Welcome to my class. 你们好，你们好。This is 王老师。Today we continue to learn Chinese pinyin and some simple polite expressions. In the process of learning pinyin, we will also learn some new words. If you are interested, you can write down their meaning. Okay, now let's start. Today we will learn lesson 2. Thank you. 谢谢你。Today we will first review the content of the first lesson, check how you learn, and then we learn new pinyin and new words, dialogue. First, let's review lesson 1. Do you remember, pinyin consists of 3 parts: initials, finals, and tongues. And in a syllable, initial are not necessary. Sometimes initial 声母 can be omitted, but final 韵母 and the tongue 声调 cannot be omitted. Let's look at this picture. Do you remember, there are 4 tongues in Chinese? Okay, now please read after me. Let's review these 4 tongues. We start from A. Okay, listen. A, 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 Okay, next let's read this one. E, 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 E. Okay, and next one. U, 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 U. Okay, now it's your turn. You can try to practice by yourself. Do you remember this table? These are finals we learned last class. Can you read them by yourself first? Okay, now let's read them one by one. Listen, you can try to read after me. E, E, U, U, Ü, Ü, Okay, and these 5 finals, this one is the most difficult one. Let's practice this. Listen. Ü, Ü. To pronounce Ü, we can first pronounce E, then change it into Ü. Let's have a try. Follow me. E. See, the last part is Ü. You just need to change the shape of your 2 lips. Don't move your tongue. Once again. E. The last part is ü. Okay, now let's go on. This one. A, ya, wa, o. Be careful, it's not English O, it's O. Don't move the position of your tongue and the shape of your lips. O. This one. Wo. And this final, this 韵母 should be it's not a, it's ye, yue, I, y, a, way, ao, yao. Okay, these are finals we learned last class. Now, please practice by yourself. This is the initials we learned last time. Now, please read after me. Do you remember how to pronounce them? Okay, all of you, please read after me. Bo, po, mo, fo, de, ne, from your nose, ne, le, ge, ke, he, ji, qi, xi. Okay, now it's your turn. You can practice by yourself. Last time, I left an assignment for everyone. Please read these syllables and let me check now. Okay, now I will read one syllable. Please choose the syllable you hear. For example, like line A. I will read 铝. Okay, so you should choose number 3. Do you understand it? Okay, now let's start. We will start from line B. Are you ready? Listen. 多 Good. We should choose number 1. Okay, Next, line C. 画，画，画。Which one do you choose? Good. We should choose number 4. 画。Okay, now line D. 条，条，条。Which one do you choose? Good. Number 3. 条。Okay, the last one, line E. Listen. 教，教，教。Which one? Very good. We should choose number 2. Are you all right? Okay, now please follow me. Let's read all of these syllables. It's very important because it's the first time we combine the initial and the final and the tongue together. So let's try to practice it. Are you ready? We start from the first one. 爸，爸。Okay, let's get this one. The initial 声母 is 波, right? And the final is 啊, 波, 啊. Let's look at the tongue. It's fourth tongue, so it should be 波, 啊, 爸, 爸, 爸. Okay, next one. 图，图，履，履。This one is L and U. The tongue is the third tongue. L, U, 履，履。二，二。多，多。加，加。This one. 鸡 and 鸭，加。Next one. 七 and 耶. How to read it? Can you have a try? Good. 且，且。This one. 西 and 鸭，下，下。Okay. Line C. 拍，拍。肺，肺。And this one. This is N and U, right? N, U, second tongue. 奴，奴。画，画。开，开。搞，搞。条，条。小，小。累，累。教，教。特，特。佛，佛。 Okay, you read very well. Well done. Let's go on. Do you remember these new words? Okay, now let's read them together. You can read after me, or you can read by yourself first, then listen to me. 你 you singular. 你们 you, but it's plural. 您 it also means you, but if you want to show your respect for someone, you should use 您。好 it's an adjective, means good, fine. 好。对不起 means sorry. Sometimes it can also mean excuse me. Good. 对不起没关系 it means that's okay. It doesn't matter. Okay, these are new words we learned last time. Now, I deliver the pinyin. Can you read them? You can have a try. Okay, now let's read together. 你们您好对不起没关系 Okay. Chinese characters are a very important part of learning Chinese. Although learning Chinese characters is challenging, but I believe you can do it. Now I split the Chinese characters from lesson 1 into 3 parts. Can you recognize what Chinese characters are? Let's get this one. Can you tell me what's this character? Good. It is 你 And how about this one? Very good. 好 This one? Good. It's 您 This one. Remember it? Very good. It's 们 You can say 你们 to you, plural. But be careful. 您 This word we cannot say 你们 That's wrong. Please be careful. We cannot use 们 after 您. So it means when we express you, plural, we can only use 你们 We cannot use 你们 That's wrong. Can you tell me what's this character? 对不 What's this? Very good. 对不起 And this one, may A, B, C. Which one is the correct one? Good. C is right. 没关系 Okay, now lesson 1 is over. You all learned very well. Now we will start to learn lesson 2. First, let's learn the pinyin part of lesson 2. let's learn the initials 声母 first. Today we will learn these 7 initials. Listen to me. 知 知 吃 吃 诗 诗 日 日 滋 滋 呲 呲 丝 丝 Okay, I think some students have already discovered the 3 initials 知 吃 诗 are composed of 2 letters. Here, the letter H is not pronounced, but represents a retroflex sound. So, it means when we make these 3 sounds, it repels the rolling up of the tongue. Now let's learn how to pronounce them. When we read 知 吃 诗, they are pronounced by rolling up the tip of the tongue close to the hard palate, like this. Zh, zh. When we read zh, we should force the air out through the narrow channel between the tongue and the hard palate. Listen. Zh, zh. For example, this is your tongue. Roll up the tip of the tongue close to the hard palate. Then force the air through the narrow channel between the tongue and the hard palate from here. Force the air. So it means the tip of your tongue and the hard palate are very close. They are very close. Next one. 吃 吃 It is similar to 知 except it is an aspirated sound. You must produce this sound with more breath. Listen. 吃 吃 When we pronounce 吃, we should first roll up the tip of your tongue close to the hard palate, block the airflow. Then suddenly open it, let the airflow rush out from your mouth between the hard palate and the tip of your tongue. 吃 吃 The airflow rushes out from your mouth more smoothly than 知. When we pronounce 知, we should force the air out through the narrow channel. But when we pronounce 吃, there will, the channel between the hard palate and the tip of the tongue is wider. It's wider. 吃 吃 It's more relaxed. The last one. 诗 诗 When we pronounce 诗, we should roll up the tip of the tongue very close to the hard palate without totally blocking the air and letting the air squeeze out through the channel. So it means when we pronounce 诗, you should roll up the tip of your tongue then don't block the airflow. Don't block it. Leave a channel between the hard palate and the tip of your tongue. Just let the airflow go out from your mouth. Like this. Sh. I will read them once again. Listen. Zh. When we pronounce zh, see, the tip of your tongue block the airflow, and you should force the air out through the narrow channel between the tongue and the hard palate. Zh. Okay, now I will read ch. Look at this. Ch. First, use the tip of your tongue, block the airflow. Then open it. Leave a very narrow channel between the hard palate and the tip of the tongue. Let the air out. Ch. And when we pronounce sh, the tip of your tongue just close to the airflow, to the hard palate. The tip of your tongue just close to the hard palate without blocking the airflow. Sh. Okay, do you understand it? Now you can practice these 3 initials. Let's try this one. Listen. May be a little bit difficult for you. Let's learn it together. When we pronounce, the sound is produced by rolling up the tip of the tongue toward the front end of the hard palate. Then let the tongue tip touch the hard palate lightly. Finally, let the air squeeze out between the tongue tip and the hard palate. Listen. If you cannot find the right position, we can try to read this. When we read here, vibrating the vocal cords. Let's try. See, vibrating. Okay. If you cannot find the right position, we can try to read in this syllable, like this one. 热 It means hot. 入 It means enter. 弱 It means weak. You can practice these 3 syllables. Through these 3 syllables, you can practice Okay. Unlike zh, ch, sh, when reading z, c, s, these 3 initials, you don't need to raise your tongue. Let's look at the first one. Z. It is produced by initially pressing the tip of the tongue against the back of the upper teeth. For example, like this is your upper teeth. This is your tongue. Put it here. And press the tip of the tongue against the back of the upper teeth. Then quickly moving the tongue tip backward to leave a channel. Let the air squeeze out. Listen. This. Z. 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 This one. C. C. The manner of this one, C, is very similar to Z. The only difference is that C is an aspirated, unvoiced sound. The sound is very similar to the last sound of students. Students. You can have a try. C. C. And the last one. S. S. When producing this sound, let the tip of the tongue touch the back of the lower teeth. At the same time, let the air squeeze out between the surface of the tongue and the upper teeth. It is the same as the first sound of students. S. S. For example, this is your lower teeth. Put your tongue, the tip of your tongue, touch the back of your lower teeth. Then let the air squeeze out between the surface of the tongue and the upper teeth. Here. S. S. Okay. These three are the initials we learned today. Now, do you understand it? Let's read them together. Zh, zh, ch, ch, sh, sh, r, r, z, z, c, c, s, s. Okay, very good. Now let's have a try. Let's do a practice. I will read a syllable. Please choose the syllable you hear. Are you ready? Now let's start. Number 1. Sha, sha, sha. Which one do you choose? Very good. We should choose B. Sha, sha. Number 2. 这，这，这。Which one? Very good. A is right. 这，这。Number 3. Shy, shy, shy. Which one is right? Good. C is right. Shy, shy. Number 4 and number 5, they are one word. Let's have a try. Number 4. 桌子，桌子，桌子。 Which one do you choose? B is right. 桌子，桌子。Number 5. Listen. 热河，热河，热河。Which one is right? Well done. C is right. 热河，热河。Very good. These are initials we learned today. Do you understand it? You should practice more after class. Now let's have a break. Then we will learn the finals.